Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Sadie and Friends. Just reminding you to go ahead and check out the folks at Garage Door Service and Sales. You know, recently the keypad on our garage door broke. You really don't know how much that disrupts your everyday life until it happens. And that's why I'm so glad to know the folks at Garage Door Service and Sales, because Patrice, her and her family, they have owned this business for decades. So many decades, in fact, I wasn't even alive. And I've been alive for like a really long time. They were chugging away for 2 decades before I showed up. And I'm so glad that I now have people to call, whether it's something small like the keypad on the garage door, it's just being funky, or maybe it's something big like, hey, we want to completely change the look of our home, so we want a new garage door. That's what they do at Garage Door Service and Sales. So give them a call today, or better yet, go online to see what they have to offer. GarageDoorServiceandSales.com. Garage Door Service and Sales, a proud sponsor of the Sadie and Friends podcast.
I'm going to say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Let's talk about marriage.
They have like a 2-second rebound rate and you're back doing the next pain in the ass thing.
Parenting. Oh my gosh.
They have sucked the pretty right out of me. They treat me like it, and I do their laundry. Lucky me.
Sex.
I'm caught between two evils. I generally like to take the one I never tried.
Scary stuff like ghosts. I know it's totally out of left field, but just go with me on this.
Boo, you whore.
Love.
And give you what you need. That's all. I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can. What's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
Friendships.
Wink and her necklace says best friends forever.
Sure you want it to say forever? I don't think you guys will be best friends forever, no offense. But sometimes you grow apart, and maybe she'll find a new best friend. They end up doing everything together.
I did it.
What did you do?
I did it.
I don't know what you
And
did.
I feel really good about what I did. Here's what I did.
God.
I took social media down.
You did not.
I did.
Wait. When you say you took social media down, what does that mean?
It means that, I still have my page. They're still active.
Okay.
But I took them off my
Your devices?
phone, everything.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
You know what? I just feel like it breeds insecurity. It breeds FOMO. It breeds, I don't know. And
Okay.
I don't know. Even today, like, listen to how messed up this is.
Uh-oh.
Today, recording on Mother's Day. And I'm looking through all the beautiful Mother's Day posts that people are posting.
Yeah.
And all I can think about are a lot of these people are people I went to high school with, and now they have kids that you've watched through Facebook be born,
Sure.
be toddlers, and now they're in like high school. And I am like, it's like my mortality.
Oh, you
know
went
what I'm
there.
saying? Yeah.
Sure. You went glass half empty on you, huh? Yeah.
Per usual.
Of course.
And so I've really been thinking about it kind of a lot lately. And I thought, first of all, it's the first thing I reach for right when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's the first thing I do before I go to bed at night.
Last thing you do.
Sorry. It's the last thing I do before I go to bed tonight. And I feel like that there are just so many other healthy things that you can do. So
Yeah.
I'm taking a break. I'm not posting. I'm not.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. Good job.
And you know what? It's really freeing. I will say that, being in radio for so many years, that was just like something that you had to do. You have to do it. You have to be active.
Hold on. Can I ask
go
a question?
ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. Social media.
Okay.
So I'm going to start rattling. Did you take all of them off?
I took them all.
Because you use some of them to communicate with the kids a little bit and watch the kids a little bit.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know how to work Snapchat, which
Okay.
seems to be, what they're into.
Yeah.
I have no idea how that works. It's like, I'm going to send you a picture. You can look at the picture one time and then it disappears. Where did it go?
Sure.
And then I get made fun of because I try to screenshot it and they're like, you're so old.
Good for you.
And so I thought, you know what? There are just so many.
Did you do this because you were looking at all the Mother's Day posts, or did you do this because we got ourselves an American Pope, baby?
Oh my God. Why would I take social media off because we got a new Pope?
Because.
Why not?
Oh, okay.
No, I did not.
Not a new Pope. an American pope. And this is probably going to be the only time in our lifetimes that we have an American pope.
He seems so young and spry. Like, I don't remember a pope ever seeming so young and spry. Like, I was telling Ryan that I was reading about him, and every day he wakes up and he does Wordle.
That's so great.
And I
love
just
him.
think,
I love him
wow,
so much.
dude is just like the rest of us.
Listen,
he wakes up and does Wordle.
I am nowhere near Catholic, but I love him.
I know I'm not Catholic either, but I don't know. He
Yeah.
makes me think, damn, you're making it look good.
Absolutely.
He just seems like really down to earth, but we shall see. But isn't it funny? I mean, it's not really funny, but when Pope Benedict came about, I just
Before
instantly,
Francis and after John Paul
before
II.
Francis,
Yeah.
yes, after John, first of all, John Paul, that had to have been hard to follow.
Oh, he was the man.
He was the man. And then Benedict came along, and I feel like he just instantly, I'm like, oh, something's not right about this guy. I don't know. I don't get a good vibe from him.
I don't think anyone really did.
I don't know of anyone who, not that, you sit around and say, which is your favorite Pope?
I don't know. I'm about to, because I got
know.
one right now.
Ryan
And his name
has,
is Robert from Chicago.
Ryan, I don't want to say you have a man crush, because that's.
No, I do.
You do?
I love the guy.
Ryan loves this new Pope. He got so excited, and we're not Catholic, but he thinks he seems like the coolest dude ever.
He does seem like a pretty cool dude.
He does seem insanely cool.
Yeah.
And I like that he's younger. He's going to be around for a while. I don't like getting attached to popes and then they die. But I mean, think about it. Do you think popes are afraid to die? Like, do you think there's any part of them that's like, maybe this isn't all?
Probably not. I mean, they're supposed to be what voices, God's voice on earth, right? The person that's tied
like the
closest to God.
bridge.
Yeah. Well, not the bridge. I guess, yeah.
No, that's what I
Sure.
was watching
Yeah,
a lot of news reports, and they were saying that's the Pope
Absolutely.
is the bridge to God.
Sure. You know what I was thinking about today? As he was doing this, I'm sure all the things go through it, but like death. So like Francis just died. All the popes are buried there at the Vatican.
Oh, at the Vatican. Yeah.
That'd be the thing that I wouldn't like. But like, whoa, hold on. Like, what about my family? But nope, I'm going to be buried at the Vatican.
No, God is your family.
God's your dad, baby.
That also has to be like an incredible, I just think of like his family.
Yeah. His brothers who seem awesome.
Yeah. I mean, like I think about his family and how weird to be like, my brother, he's the Pope. I mean, like, it's just the most random thing. To me, that's more powerful than being the president.
Yeah.
That's more powerful than.
Of course, it's.
I mean,
you're the leader of 1.4 billion people worldwide.
It's really insane.
Yeah, it's every continent, every I was going to say religion, but it's that religion. Every country, all of it.
Everybody knows who the Pope is, especially this new guy.
And I love him.
I know you love him. But back to the social media thing.
Okay.
There is not one that I'm still following.
Good for you.
And it's not anything bad. Like nothing bad happened. Ryan will tell you that this has been kind of a while coming where I'm like, I just kind of want to take a cleanse. I want to take a cleanse. And
Are you going to post for the show on like your desktop?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Like here's the post for the day and whatnot.
something like that.
Sure.
Just a clip of the day and, like usual. But, but it's not going to, my phone is only going to have like the essentials.
I think that's what it should be.
You know what I saw they're bringing back? And it looks kind of
The
the
McRib?
exact. No, I would be more excited if that were the case. They're bringing back the Motorola Razr. And it looks exactly the same. And you know what I thought? I had a Razr. I think you did too.
For a second, can I ask, what would you be more excited about? The Razr or the old Nokia 5150?
Ooh, where you typed on it?
Well,
and it would flip. The screen would flip.
No. The Nokia 5150 had the hard case, right?
Yeah.
Where you could like do this, like you could take it off and put little like faces on there. And the game that it had was Snake.
No, I wouldn't be excited about that. That's going
was my
too
first
far
phone.
back.
What would the Razr have?
The Razr had nothing, but it was cool and sleek, and it was a flip phone, so you could like flip it up.
Okay.
And then when you got mad in a conversation, you could slam and flip it down.
The Nokia you could drop from a plane. and it would be
That's
fine.
true. And it would still survive.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, my face.
But
I gotta
to
get
send
my face covered.
but just, I think if you drop it from a plane, you got bigger problems than
Sure.
the face cover. No, I'm kind of excited. Will I go out and get a razor? No, but it reminds me of a much simpler time where there were no apps. Isn't that weird to think about?
Mm-hmm.
There were no apps. It was like you could text somebody. And even I think with the razor, you had to go through the whole rigmarole of like A, B, C.
Sure.
A, you know.
But then do you remember, not to make this a way back podcast, because there's other things to talk about, but do you remember the peak and non-peak hours?
Oh, yeah.
And then it cost like a quarter to send a text message or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hold on. It's not 7:01 yet. I can't call you.
Oh, that was, and it was later than that because I've never been a late night person.
Sure.
And so it was like 9 p.m. free. And I was like, I'm already in bed. I'm sorry. I was just cut off from the world. And once I hit my limit, and you would get monthly, we're talking to people who don't know, I guess. If you're listening and you do know, then let's reminisce a little bit. But you would get a monthly number of minutes that you could use. And I swear mine would be used up within like a week of the first month.
Who did you talk to in like middle school and high school? Was it girlfriends?
I didn't have anything in middle school.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And I didn't have a cell phone until late high school. And again, it was like a Nokia.
Yeah.
You could drop it from an airplane and it would survive.
Sure.
And it was in my glove compartment. And it was only to be used if I was on the side of the road and needed my parents.
Yeah.
And that was also back at a time where you had to like remember people's phone number. Do you remember? You'd be like, tell me your phone number. And then you'd have to go through it again and again and again and again to remember it. Now, we were talking about this the other day. I don't know anyone's phone number. Like if I know your phone number.
Yeah.
And I know like my mom's, but like the kids, those are programmed. So
Yeah.
I could not even tell you.
Yeah.
What isn't that terrible?
I had to teach Murphy our phone numbers, right? And we're going through and you hear us practicing. And I'm like, this is weird. This is a weird conversation. But yeah, you do. She doesn't have a phone. So she needs to learn our phone numbers. And it was just a weird thing to go through the cadence, right? Like
Yeah.
da da da, da da da,
Yeah.
da 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 da.
It's insane. We just recently went and saw the movie Sinners with some friends. Great movie, but there was a trailer for another scary movie, and this was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It was the scary movie's called Clown in a Cornfield. Ryan cannot wait to see it. And it's pretty much essentially what it sounds like. It's like Children of the Corn and It mixed together, which is actually kind of a stellar idea. But this seems kind of corny. And so
No pun intended.
oh, I didn't even catch on to how witty that
There you
was. Damn. But there's one scene that kind of made me laugh, and it's these young kids, they're running from this clown and he's killing everybody, and they get inside the house. And they pick up the phone and they have no idea because it's a rotary phone.
Oh yeah.
And
Goes
so
around.
they're like, how do you even use something like this? And to me, that is really weird to think
Do you think
about.
any of our kids could figure that out?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Like, we should try it.
Have they ever even touched a phone like that?
Again, not to go back, but wasn't that so satisfying to like, you know,
Yeah.
and you would have to try to hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, such good memories on this Mother's Day.
Look
Which,
at that.
thank you. Today was like a really perfect day.
You know, I tried.
Hey, everybody, just popping in here right in the middle of the episode. Sorry to be annoying about it, but I want to tell you really quick about my friends at Polar Bear Plumbing, Heating, and Air. I don't know about you, but it has been where I'm at. It has been so up and down. One day you're like burning in your shorts, and then the next day it's raining. It's so rainy, and we need the moisture. You keep hearing people say that, but really you're thinking, God, I'm cold. I'm chilled to the bone. I like to know that I have a furnace and AC unit to kind of flip back and forth anytime the weather changes, because Colorado be crazy. And so I love my friends at Polar Bear Plumbing, Heating, and Air because they just recently came out. We had Caleb Hart come out. That's the guy who works for them, one of the many wonderful employees. And he was so stellar. I'm not just saying this because they are a sponsor of the podcast. I'm saying it because the customer service from start to finish was A+. So much so that I went on Yelp and I gave them an A+ review, which I hardly ever do. I need to do that more. I think I need to do that more. I really only want to do it when I'm really angry at a place, but not Polar Bear Plumbing, Heating, and Air. I was so impressed. I felt compelled to jump on there and do that. That's the kind of customer service they have. Because lo and behold, when I got there to leave the review, guess what? There were a bunch of other people who had already beat me to the punch. And that says a lot about the business you're working with. So with Spring, get that system checkup to make sure that it is running in tip-top shape. These are your go-to people. They're available 24/7, 365. My friends at Polar Bear Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Just go to polarbearpha.com.
Mother's Day's hard, man.
Mother's Day is hard.
The expectations high, like you said, a lot of people putting out there. You don't want to be FOMO'd, and left out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Of not only the social media post, got to make sure that's done. That's knocked out. It's not too much. It's a little witty, real quick. But then just making you feel love.
I love that. And that, you know what? That was another defining factor is, again, I've been going back and forth on, do I want to keep social media or do I want to just get rid of it? And today Ryan posted something on Instagram, and the first thing I asked him, how completely screwed up is this? I said, did you put this on Facebook too? Did you put this on Facebook? Like, why would that even matter? You know what why it matters? Because we all innately want people to think that we have the perfect life, that we have the perfect children, that we have, I think it could be toxic to look at these things and look around and see what everybody has, when in reality, nobody has a perfect life. Nobody has perfect children. Nobody is the perfect parent. And, it's on holidays sometimes where you see that kind of veneer.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
That's an excellent word for it.
Thank you. Not to segue. Anyway, so I'm not on social media anymore. Okay. So I don't know. It may change in like a week, but I don't think it will. I think it feels like I've been lifted.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Proud of you for that.
Thanks.
And I'm also proud of you for our experience that we had this weekend. We went to a concert, and we went to one of your favorite concerts, someone that you love. And you did not pull out your phone to take a video, to take a photo, nothing. And it was just nice to be in the moment, watching the show, really enjoying. I think we took a photo like during intermission and a photo at the end. That was it. Other than that, we just enjoyed the hell out of the concert. And I thought that was great because the last concert that we went to before this, when we went to Vegas in the Sphere, you were like videoing the entire time. And I'm like, just stop, like enjoy the concert. Like,
it's
be
so
here.
True.
Like this is.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that,
have you watched any of those videos? That
I have actually. Yeah. On the flip side of that, it's kind of fun to have those things packaged up. Cause like if we go on a trip or if we celebrate something, I always want to make like a video. And I know it sounds dorky, but
for who?
I like to go back sometimes and watch that and go, oh my gosh, I remember that was really cool.
I'm like, we took one during intermission, one at the end.
Yeah.
And those are the photos. I'll be like, look at those. That'll be the memory. I'll take that. It'll take me back there. I don't need the 4 minutes and 26 seconds of a video of a song. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't do that though.
Yeah. But my point there is we did that. I was proud of you. And it was a great show. It was so much fun.
We have to say who it is because you keep talking about
the Mavericks. Sorry, went to the Mavericks.
We went to see the Mavericks with Dwight Yoakam. And this is where I'm a little proud of myself.
Yeah.
Because that's a really overwhelming thing to go to a concert for me. That's really overwhelming. And it was something where in the afternoon of the day of, Ryan said, do you want to go to this show? And my first instinct was to be like, it's fine. No, let's just stay near the house. Let's just kind of relax at home. And he was like, no, let's go. And we had never taken Murphy to a concert before.
So much so that I literally was like, who can we get to watch Murphy? And you're like, let's take our 7-year-old to the concert.
And she loved it.
did.
She's been singing Mavericks all day, which makes
Dancing
me feel
away.
like a winner as a parent. I will give myself that credit.
Yep.
I fail so
Her
much.
first concert.
But I've been holding out because, she's a typical 7-year-old where her and her friends listen to they listen to the Kids Bop. So, they get like the Justin Bieber songs, but it's all clean.
Sure.
So she'll say I really want to, can we go see Justin Bieber? Can we go? And it's cute because it's so innocent. That was actually, I think Sophie's first concert I ever took her
Bieber,
to
yeah.
was Justin Bieber. And
But Murphy's first was
the Mavericks, which I think is so cool.
The Mavericks are, I wouldn't say they're a well-known band. I mean, you might have known them. There's probably a couple songs that if you're listening to this, you probably have heard a couple of them.
Yeah.
But someone was asking us today, like, who are the Mavericks? Are they rock and roll? What are they? And the best way to describe them is they're Cuban country.
Yeah.
I guess would be the best way, especially live. They really learn the Cuban stuff live, which is awesome.
And they have an accordion player, which might sound nerdy, but this dude wails on the accordion.
Saxophone, trumpet.
Trumpet. I mean, it was so fun. We had a great time. I'm really, really, really glad that we made the pilgrimage out 10 minutes from our house to see a show.
Well, you stayed up late. We went.
I did. I stayed up late.
But I was thinking the entire time, I was not the entire time because I was really enjoying it. But it's an older crowd for that show. Yes. Right? I mean, there's a lot of cowboy hats and tucked in shirts.
Nice. I love it. These are my people.
There's 6,000 people there. Mm-hmm. I think 2 people at any given time had their phone out. Everyone was in it. And it made it for such a good concert. If you go to a concert, this is my PSA and my hill that I will die on. If you go to a concert, put your phone in your pocket and watch it, right? It makes it so much better. The Masters that just happened a little bit ago, everyone was making a big deal about how their phones aren't allowed and it was so great and all that. Go to a concert and just enjoy the dang concert. And our experience not awesome?
Sorry, I had to cough there. No, the experience was really great. And that was really cool to see that no one had their phone. I've been to concerts where the artist will say, like Casey Musgraves.
Yeah.
I went to her. She puts on, oh my God, she's my girl crush. You have a guy crush on the Pope. On the Pope Leo. I have a girl crush on Casey Musgraves. But she was one where she's like, put your phones down. Be in the moment.
Yeah.
I think that, and here's a true confession. There have been times where Murphy will walk up to either one of us and put her hand on our,
say, get off your phone.
Get off your phone because I'm doing something. And that's such an embarrassing reminder as a parent to be like, wow, you're right. I'm watching this video. I did get really into these videos of people shoplifting and getting caught. And it's the funniest shit ever. And it's what a mess of a world. But why am I watching this and then, people, they're so into their phone. And again, I'm not shaming anyone because this was me for sure. And, that you're so into your phone and then your kids are growing up and then you're posting, please stop growing so fast. And the whole time you're not, you know what I'm saying? It just seems weird.
We were Murphy had multiple soccer games this weekend, volleyball, the concert, and not one dang thing did we have our phone out for. We took pictures at the end of it. That was it. And we just were in it, just watching it.
And that's another thing. I feel like I used to be a lot more I'm going to put this veneer on this and I'm going to post look at my kid plays amazing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just no longer have this drive to do that anymore.
Yeah. And it's just great. I mean, the entire games, we just sat there and just talked about it.
In the moment.
And it was just so much better.
It was great. Yeah. I like more and more. And I'm doing a lot of stuff on oh my God, this is going to sound so dorky, but like your mindset, how you start your day and what you do with your day, and how we are all programmed, for the most part, not everybody, but more and more we are all programmed to, like I said, wake up in the morning, you pick up your phone, and then you begin. It's like you're opening the floodgates of emotion. Like, oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that hurts my feelings a little bit. Oh, that, and I think that I think it would be good for everybody in the world to just put the phone down, but that's just me, and maybe that makes me sound old.
Exactly, like the Pope. Put the phone
Pope
down.
has inspired me to be a better person.
That's why I was
and
asking.
Again, we're not even Catholic, so how does that work?
You know what? He transcends.
He really does.
He does.
We don't even know anything about him. He may suck at this job.
Doesn't seem like it.
I know. I feel like I have such a good feeling right now.
I do too.
I'm getting off social media. We got a new Pope. Life is changing.
I don't know. Like for the past, I don't know, let's just go about 6 months. It's been just this feeling of dread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely didn't have that after old Bobby got in the
Bobby.
His name's Robert, but they called him Bob. Like some of the other Cardinals called him Bob and whatnot.
So relatable.
And it's so great.
So relatable.
Yeah. He's a White Sox fan, just chilling out, going to ball games, eating a hot dog. And I don't know what it was, but when they were like, and they're like American Pope, I'm like, this is great.
See,
this is fantastic.
If you listen to the podcast, I was pushing for Asian Pope.
You were,
thought,
yeah.
You know what? I feel like this would be good. But then Leo came out, and I was
Leo
like,
the 14th.
Leo the 14th, you have stolen the hearts of everybody.
He just seems so great. I love him.
And I think that was so needed, because I think that the Catholic faith is not as strong as it once was.
Sure.
And so I think it's smart of the church to pick somebody who is incredibly relatable. And I don't know, I dig it. I dig him. And I'm excited. Why am I excited? How does this even affect me?
I don't know. But like I said, that feeling of dread when they announced and they're talking about him and whatnot, I'm like, that's so great. I'm genuinely happy.
I'm genuinely happy
great.
too. That's really great.
Yeah.
I know. And I'm excited to wake up tomorrow morning and, maybe journal a little bit.
There you go.
So if anybody reaches out to me via social media, I've gone dark. I'm going rogue. I'm going dark. I want to just try to live more in the moment, because I feel like I've been in this cell phone haze for years now.
Sure.
Years. I remember when.
Do you have a goal? Sorry, I'm sorry I stepped on you there. Do you have a goal of
how long
screen times? Because you took off the social media, that's a great first step.
Yeah.
But do you have a goal of because what I'll do is I'll just put it in a drawer. I'm not even looking at it. It's just not there.
My only problem with that is I would go back to a Motorola Razr.
Yeah.
Where it's just email and phone and that's it.
Okay.
I really, really would. I don't think you need all the other distractions. I mean, the cameras are nice, and I take so many pictures of, and we're just talking about how I don't do that anymore.
I heard about this hack, right? So one of the social psychologists I was listening to talks about how he has two phones, right? One is
la-di-da money bags.
One is, I forget how he does this, right?
Okay.
One is a work phone, and one is a take pictures phone.
Oh.
That's just what he does.
I would be too tempted.
Just take pictures.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that, because the technology is amazing. And who goes out and buys a camera?
Yeah.
That's a very rare breed of person who is fascinating to me, because the cameras that they make on cell phones now are so good.
They're good.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
We are actually out of time.
Can we talk about the Pope more? Because
we can
I think
do a
that
whole
people just
special.
want to hear about how much I love Robert from Chicago.
I'm actually going to have a T-shirt made for you that says "My Man Crush" with the Pope on it.
Did you see? So, old Saturday Night Live, the super fans, the Bears super fans, da Bears,
Yeah.
Ditka.
Did they do "Da Pope"?
Chicago Sun-Times, the headline for the day was "Da Pope."
Okay, see, he's already making things way cooler.
Way cooler.
So cool. Let's end it on that note for this Monday. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow. It's good to talk to you. And listen, I'm turning over a new leaf, and I feel lighter.
Good.
I do. Thanks for listening, guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Going to give another shout out to an amazing sponsor. They've been with me for so long. It's Christiana Salon Spa. Go to ChristianaSalonSpa.com and make that appointment. Whether you want to go in and get a fresh new look, you got to get a fade. I think that's what the kids call it. You want to make sure that your hair looks good. The last time I went into Christiana, it's been too long, but I got my hair colored and it was like this Coca-Cola color. Oh, I loved it so much, but it's starting to kind of wear off. So I'm going to be making another appointment. But if you want a massage, you want a facial, you want to get your nails done, maybe you're planning a girls' day. This is the perfect place for a girls' day. It is bougie inside and out, but it is reasonably priced. So why wouldn't you go check them out? They're in Johnstown, right by the Shields. Christiana Salon Spa, a proud sponsor of the Sadie and Friends podcast.